Hey group, welcome to Action Right Corner. Today we're doing an appreciation, a celebration for David Johansen. I chose this to show you first because you actually get to see his face, as opposed to the other work that I'm going to show you of his. You may have heard David is alive. He's alive. But for the last 5 years, he's been living with stage 4 cancer, a brain tumor, and the day after Thanksgiving, fell down some stairs and broke his back in two places. So he's bedridden. The wife, the family. It takes a lot to keep David in his home. And when you're bedridden like that, he's alert, he's fine mentally, but he's stuck to that bed. And he kept his cancer to himself the last 5 years. But the family needs some financial assistance, because despite all the work I'm going to show you, and more, that I'm not going to show you and just tell you, being famous is not the same as being rich. And especially in America in the 21st century without national health care. Health problems at any stage of life can just wipe out your savings in a hurry. So, what do we know David for? We know him for this. The New York Dolls. There's only 2 records. This one and this one, before the original New York Dolls broke up and the legend started. Let's earn the adult rating. I'll mark this adults only. And they're brilliant work. Brilliant records. I didn't catch on until later. I was slow. I'm a late bloomer. Do I want to admit this? I'll go admit it. Guns N' Roses and their covers record here, Spaghetti Instant. Their cover of Human Being by the New York Dolls. Brilliant. Brilliant. Must hear. And the original Guns N' Roses, the records, yuck. I have them. I appreciate them. Yeah. But this is what's really good from Guns N' Roses. Enough of that. Of course, the New York Dolls reunited in the 21st century. That was special. Not only did they reunite for live shows, they did more albums in the 21st century than they did in the 20th century. Oh, I lost something. So, this is their first reunion studio album. I think I got this in the wrong order, because I said so as second, if I remember the notes correctly. And a great title, Dancing Backwards on High Heels. Reference to Ginger Rogers when she dances with Fred Astaire. Did I get vague for some of you younger people? It's a great record. And of course, we have the OG New York Dolls with Johnny Thunders. Some live recordings. More live recordings from the day. And then they reunite You get more live. This is the original reunion concert with Steve Conte from Company of Wolves on guitar replacing Johnny Thunders. Absolutely great. More. Whatever the front cover is. More reunion live shows. In between those 25, 30 years between the breakup of the Dolls and the return of the Dolls, David Johansen's solo career, just as David Johansen, funky but chic. Funky but chic. That's the only thing I ever heard on the radio in Cleveland. I didn't hear no New York Dolls. I heard funky but chic. That's all I knew. That's all I heard on the radio as a kid. Brilliant song. And of course, some of you middle-aged hipsters, known for Buster Poindexter. Hot. So you got that. Get this. And of course, him dressed up. And of course, he also did the Harry Smiths as a blues project. Where's my notes? Harry Smiths has a radio show. He was doing the radio show through his illness. David Johansen's Mansion of Fun. And 2 years ago, they released a documentary on David, directed by Martin Scorsese, Personality Crisis, One Night Only, and released 2 years ago in 2023. You can get that on YouTube and enjoy that. Okay, let me show you my receipts. New York Dolls videos, and the video of that show, of the reunion show in 2004, wasn't it? Great job. I think I have another video that's somewhere. But anyways, as it may be. So, as I said at the top, David's in bad shape. He's bedridden. The family's having a hard time. They only let us know in the last few weeks of his condition. I didn't hear about it until our fellow YouTube channel, Braden Snyder, mentioned it on his own news show, music news show, mentioning David's condition. That's where I first learned of it. So, if you want to contribute to David, of course you can go online. Just find, type in David Johansen, type, and you can, you're more computer literate than I am. You're on YouTube watching me right now. You can go find that real easy. You crazy kids. But the most value in contributing to David, and I won't go into details why. It's not the easiest way of helping David, but it's the most effective way to support David and get a tax write-up for next year's taxes. You read that okay? Send a check to Sweet Leaf Musicians Fund. Put in your check, Memo, David Johansen Fund, so the money goes to him. Okay? And that's the address. And I'm reading it, I'm seeing it backwards, so I can't read it to you. So That's what it is. Snail mail it to there. You can. It's a 501c3 when you go through Sweet Relief. So you can write off on your taxes next year. And more of the money will go to David and his family to help with his expenses. So yeah, if you're one of those people, you just need to do it quickly, go online, do all that. That's fine. I'm just saying, if you're one of those people that want value, okay, and get the most money to David directly, snail mail is the most effective. But any contribution will help in any manner you do it online. And of course, if you don't have the cash to do a contribution directly, or you're uncomfortable, simply go buy a David Johansen product new from the store, online, through Amazon, whatever. And David will get his royalties. Can't promise how much royalties he'll get, but he'll get something. So, one way of doing it, and of course, simply go here on YouTube. Go to any other place you go listen to music and watch films and movies. And watch the movie about, that new documentary from 2 years ago. David's going to get a couple cents from that. Cent or two, maybe. And if you listen to his music online, the New York Dolls and the original songs, he eventually gets a couple pennies. So, point is, keep David Johansen in your heart, keep him in your ears, keep him before your eyes. He'll get something. Let's get some cash to, get some views and records bought before the bad news. Let's appreciate him now when he can hear us talking about him and appreciating his career and loving his career. And that's what's important. So, for Pete's sake, it's like the best example of what I'm thinking of is Melanie. Just Melanie, the folk singer. Remember Melanie? No one cared about Melanie for decades. And she died last year. All of a sudden, the floodgates open. Every week there's a new record by Melanie. Well, that's good for the family, for final expenses and everything, and, just the family, the estate. There's probably a new release by Melody right now on YouTube to go find, and there you are. But record companies, get a new release by David Johansen out now. When he's kicking, he's not kicking much. Well, he's here to help with his expenses. That would be nice of you. You're not in business to necessarily be nice. It'd be cool. Okay, and of course there is a reissue of a David Johansen New York Dolls anything. Snag it up, and a few pennies or dollars goes to David and the family. So, that's what I got. If you like and appreciate this video, press the like button and put the word out that David needs appreciation. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. I won't wake up in the middle of the night. I know, I like posting these in the middle of the night. But ring the notification bell, and when you wake up, you'll find out I posted something new. Leave a comment. What's your favorite memories of David? And in the future, for action rock, garage rock, and classic legacy bands, come right back here, and we'll get more out to you about fresh music that you need to go hear. And let's refresh our love for the New York Dolls and David Johansen and his career. So go out there and have fun, folks. Take care.